Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to ps290 strip down and clean. I've just had a message off from one of these subscribers asking about the ps290 on stripping and cleaning it down. So I'm going to take you through a little cleaning process on the 290 because my 290 is absolutely caked. I've abused it over the last few days and it needs a good clean. So the first things that you are going to need, which are nice and cheap, not expensive, get hold of a stainless steel pot like this, something that you can put airbrush cleaner in or thinners. I'm going to be using thinners, so you can get one of those, fill that up sort of halfway with some thinners. Nice and simple. With the 290 you get two caps. With the 290 you get the spot cap, which looks like that, so you can soak that in the thinners. Get your brush, unscrew the front ring that goes around the cap, so you take that piece off. If that is caked in paint, which mine is, you can drop that in thinners. Slide your fan cap off or your spot cap, which one have you got on, soak that, and that leaves with the brush looking like this. So you took all the front end off. The next thing I'd do is take your cup off like that, unscrew your cup to the top, so that leaves the brush like that. Then unscrew the body at the back, unscrew the chuck to the back just there, slide that out, and that takes your needle out. Put that to one side, and that's as far as I'd strip the back end of the body of the brush. I wouldn't take any of this piece out, there's no need. You've got your nozzle to the front. Now in the 290 box you get a little spanner. Unscrew the nozzle and be careful not to lose that because that's really small. Put that to one side. Now that's as far as I go as stripping the 290. The way I clean the front end here and here is get your little bowl of thinners. You can get dentist brushes like this, or you can get the airbrush cleaners, which are like this. You can get the real small like pipe cleaner. Soak that in a bit of thinners and just run that up the body of the brush from the front a couple of times. This is dirty, this brush is. Just run the pipe cleaner up, and you can go that way as well. Just clean the cup out. If you wanted to soak the front end of this, I would soak it to here, where the opening of the cup is, where you screw the cup in. I wouldn't go any more soaking the brush than that because you don't want to get any thinners or solvent cleaners down near this piece here. So the front end of the brush from here down, I'd soak, it's not a problem. But usually there's no need. Just give it a clean through like that. You can use cotton buds as well. Good clean through like that. You can get these little cotton pads which are good as well. You can always get a little bit of thinners on there. Wipe the body down, so if you've got any overspray on the chrome, thinners will take it straight off and keep it nice and clean. Very easy, simple brush to clean and break down, guys. To that standard there, wouldn't go any further. There's no need for these. I've owned this now for probably coming on 2 to 3 years, and that's as far as I'll go cleaning it. I've had no dramas with this brush whatsoever. The only thing I'd suggest with this brush is, on your paint consistencies, don't go too thick because it is only a 0.5 nozzle setup, needle and nozzle. So just thin your clear coats and primers down and you'll be fine, absolutely fine with this brush. So you give the bonnet a wipe down like that. That's all nice and clean. Get your cup, get some thinners again, just give it a little wipe round. Nice and simple. Like that. So that's your cup clean. The lid, you can get a lot of paint. I've got a lot of paint build up on the inside of that. So you can just drop that and soak that in thinners. Leave them soaking in thinners. Your nozzle, the tiny little nozzle, get the dentist brush and just push the nozzle on the end like that and just give that a little twist. And then be very careful when you put this back on. You just really carefully thread it back on, and then when you tighten these back up, you don't have to really tighten these down hard, just nip it up till you feel it bite, and that's your nozzle back on. So that's the brush down, that's the brush clean as far as I go on that, with the nozzle back on. Now your needle, get your cotton wool pad, thinners, pinch and clean, like that. Then get some cutting compound on a cotton wool pad, get your needle, spin it round like that and pinch it and spin it, and this will just polish the needle up, guys, and keep the needle nice condition. You can see the dirt that's come off that. Quick polish. So that's your needle polished. Recommend getting some of the Water Super Lube. Drop a little bit of the Super Lube on the needle in the middle. Pinch and just lubricate the needle up. So when you push it back through the brush, it locates a lot better. Nip your chuck up. Body back on. Give that a little wipe, a little bit of thinner. Put your cup back on, like that. Give the other bits a little clean. Now they've been soaking for a bit, the paint should come off these really nice, like that. If your fan cap gets blocked, and sometimes it will, especially when you're painting for it for a long time, you've got on the air horns of the fan cap, you've got a hole that side and the opposite side. You can get your dentist brush and just push through the holes from the inside of the cup cap, and then just give them a blow through. You'll know if your fan cap's clean when you put water in it or put thinners in it and do a little spray test. You'll get a nice clean fan. So I'm going to drop the fan cap back on. Get the outer sleeve, put that back on. Like that. Link it up to some air. Then I'll usually get a little bit of thinners, block the front of your fan cap and just bubble back. You can see that coming out the top of there. and that's spraying really nice. Nice clean fan pattern. Blast it through, stick your lid on, and your ps290 is done. That is a full maintenance going over, nice and clean. If you do that and keep up to date doing that sort of simple cleaning process on this brush, you will have no dramas with it whatsoever, guys. That's how I've always cleaned this. I've stripped it down as far as that, job done, and it's working perfectly. Keep your other cap nice and clean as well. Just give that a little clean off. I've usually permanently got the fan cap on. Very rarely I use the spot cap, so this one is quite clean. But a brilliant brush. Highly recommended, the ps290, for getting your primers, your clear coats down. So I hope you enjoyed this little maintenance check, keeping your ps290 in tip-top condition. A brilliant brush. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe, press that notification, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.